Well, let's talk about freedom. Now, I've read that the Jewish prime minister, a Jewish official, come over here, and he told Prime Minister Harper to take away our freedom of speech. So, here's some examples. I live in New Brunswick, Canada. Irving is the voice of the New Brunswick government, and he owns all the newspapers in New Brunswick. He owns all the government land. He leases there, whatever. I mean, you can't really do nothing about it. And across Canada, it's run by pretty well global. And I looked up to see who owned Global, and apparently he's Jewish. I got nothing against Jews. I mean, I'm just saying. It just seemed like a coincidence that they told us to take away our freedom of speech. And if you people don't notice it, even in the States, your freedom of speech is going. In fact, most of our speeches are being taken away. So that's one point. We're losing a lot of freedoms. Border guards between our countries, we have to pay to get into the United States. We want to go to the United States. I'll tell you a little bit about myself first. I used to be an alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in 31 years. I wasn't the greatest guy when I was drinking either. I once broke into a store. I'm just telling you this stuff so they can't use it against me later on. I broke into a store when I was 20 something. That was about almost 40 years ago, I think. And I was sitting outside the store drinking cheap wine. So I broke the window. It's a corner store, it's just a little store, and it doesn't matter what kind of a store it was, but it was just a small store in Lakeburn. Well, you would know where that was. I smashed the window, went in. I think the police must have been watching me, but as soon as I got in there, they were outside with a dog, and I didn't give them any hard time. I just couldn't unlock the door for and let them in, so I had to get out the same way I went in. Then they called the owner. And when I got out, I went back to work and I paid for the damages, which I wasn't ordered to do. I got 2 years probation and not allowed to drink for 2 years. Uh, we'll leave it at that. And anyway, so that's about me. But lately, I've been noticing a lot of things. We're losing everything. I mean, the barrel of oil keeps going down, the gas prices keep going up. Our freedoms were told to be taken away. Harper is well, him, and I mentioned it on another video. I don't know if you're going to see any of these videos. I'm just anyway. Harper, well, at least I'll know I've tried anyway. And Harper and George Bush were both members of Leo Schuster. I mentioned that on the other video, who was a neo-conservative Jewish German. Like I said, I got nothing against anybody in the world. Jews, Muslims, anybody. There's no need of all this fighting that's going on in the world right now. I know what they did, and I'll explain that on a later video. They weren't the only ones responsible for that. Anyway, I mentioned the Illuminati. They do exist. I mean, you watch History Channel, and Medina said they came out of Bavaria, and they only lasted 11 years. Well, they did come out of Bavaria, but they already infiltrated the government of Bavaria, and they've been going around ever since. And uh, now, some of the Jewish people, the Zionist Jew thinks they're entitled to land, all the land. They think they're entitled to land. Well, they got their own country, but now they think they're entitled to whatever. I don't know what they think they're entitled to. I know it's more land because I read it. But I can prove pretty well everything I'm saying. So the ordinary Jewish person has no clue. Just like ordinary Canadians, ordinary people in the United States, we we got hierarchy that decides all this stuff for us. Uh, and the ordinary citizen has no clue what really is going on. And I'm an ordinary citizen, but I'm doing a lot of research, which I suggest some of you people do. Now, I'm just take away freedom of speech because one person, now almost every province, well, global news is pretty well across the country, global stations, so they control their output. Irving controls everything that's written here in New Brunswick. And it doesn't matter who you vote for, Irving is still, you look up the government of New Brunswick, it says Irving, the voice of the New Brunswick government. So you can't win for losing. He controls everything. Uh, and he's partners in some things with Sobeys, who are pretty rich. They're from Nova Scotia, but they're infiltrated this place pretty good. And McCain's, I think, is the other one. But Irving is the main man. No, he creates a lot of jobs. I mean, I'll give him credit for that. But he built a not a cabin. He built property in Plaster Rock Highway. He built a lodge. That's what he built, a lodge. And he clear cut both sections of the highway. I always gave him credit for replanting trees, but he clear cut both sections of the highway just because he got a lodge there. You know, that's not right. There's a lot of things not right. You know, the federal game wardens can pull you over and stop you and hold you there for the police if you're drunk driving. And that's kidnapping. Game wardens have no authority to hold you. They're game wardens. They're not people wardens. Well, uh, uh, some people on us think we're game, but the way they play with our lives anyway. But I mean, you don't let the drunk driver drive home. No, the game warden should get them home. If there's two of them, one drive his truck home, or if there's only one of them, make them park in it. But to hold them there, as far as I'm concerned, is kidnapping. They're kidnapping the person and holding them there till the cops get there. Just so, you know, money, money, money. You have to pay money for everything. You need a permit for everything. You can't. And they just keep going up, and gas keeps going up and up. The barrel keeps going down. The gas keeps going up and up. So uh, it's ridiculous. I mean, I wander on because I'm thinking about different things while I'm talking. So, but I hope the first video got through. Illuminati doesn't exist. They're Wikipedia, it even says, if you ever went into the Wikipedia is controlled by the Illuminati. They're the only ones that control it. Because I was in the Wikipedia, I've changed a few things in Wikipedia. I mean, I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but some things I do know. And but like everything else, I come across things accidentally. And the Illuminati is the only one that makes changes and can change things in the Wikipedia. They control Wikipedia, is what I'm trying to say. So if you go there, write anything or try to update something that they got wrong, because only one guy is supposed to contribute most of the information to Wikipedia. They ask for donations, but now that I know who owns it, there's no donations for me. Uh, and the Illuminati has their own agenda, which is uh, world one world order. That's the whole thing. And 4,000 people got to die because of this one world order. This is through research, through talking to people that have done research that have found this out. Can they control the weather? Well, let's put it this way: the rain could always be controlled because it was necessary back in the old days. They had to make it rain in some places and they just seed the clouds. But Russia said one time, well, we're going to make the snow fall outside before it gets into Moscow. So, well, I said it to myself, well, how can they do that? So they must be able to control the weather. That's all I can think of. And, you know, now I'm starting to wonder if they're not controlling the hurricanes, the twisters. You think about it, you know. Uh, they want to blame it on global warming. I don't think global warming has anything to do with it. I think man is creating these. The Illuminati has got a lot of stuff hid that we don't know. The government, we got traitors in the government that work with the Illuminati. I mean, they infiltrate everything. The Jewish people, they changed their names and married into influential French people, French families, and influential Italian families. This is, if you know where to go on the web, you can find all of this information out for yourself. But be careful because the people do watch. Microsoft is watched by the CIA. These people got to read. The people that are helping the Illuminati got to realize they're not going to be around to enjoy the benefits. I've read that part too, uh, and my time is running out because I don't even know how much time I got because they even do these videos. Let them go through or whatever. They don't let me know, so I mean I'm uploading right on YouTube. Anyway, YouTube, as far as I know, is not part of any. Then Google owns YouTube now. So, so like, I want to do a bunch of videos if I can, and if they're publishing them, and I'm going to let you people. I'll give you the information that I found out, that I know about, and that you decide for yourself. You know, don't blame the Jews, the ordinary Jewish people, because the ordinary people of any country can't do much about anything. It's the people with the money. So I gotta go. because my supper's ready. And thank you for listening, and I'll be back.